absolutely stunned, horrified, devastated, angry. These were just a few of the emotions that overwhelmed me in the moment that I realized my YouTube account had been hijacked and stolen. All of my hard work gone in the blink of an eye. The good news is I'm back online. For those torturous 6 days that I wasn't able to access my YouTube account, I want to say that I missed you all so much and thank you for the outpouring of support and show of concern with your emails, your DMs, the Facebook messages. Thank you. If you're watching this because you are going through something like this right now, first of all, let me tell you how sorry I am. It's the worst feeling, knowing that you were tricked into allowing a stranger to infect your computer, change your password, take over your account. There's also the very real fear that those scoundrels will delete all of your videos and use your hard-earned connections to scam and rob even more people. This sucks. If you have been hacked, I am so sorry. If you are the hacker who stole my account, I am also sorry. Sorry that you're not a better human. And I hope you have a terrible day. But seriously, cybercrime is at an all-time high. YouTubers are especially at risk because we're getting almost daily emails from potential sponsors. And it turns out many of these emails are from fake sponsors who are phishing, just waiting for a trusting, unsuspecting person like me to click on a malicious link. So in this video, I want to share how this happened, how we got the account back, and how you can protect yourself from future cyber attacks like this. And in case you're thinking, oh, that'll never happen to me, or that only happens to big channels, I need to point out that channels of all sizes are being targeted, and anyone with an email account should know how to secure and protect your account. Here are some quick stats I gathered from blog posts concerning cyber attacks, and I'll include links to those blog posts in the description. It's actually estimated that 33 billion accounts will be breached in 2023. That converts to 2,328 per day, which averages 97 victims per hour. This means that there's a victim of cybercrime every 37 seconds. I can't even believe that. Nearly 1 billion emails were exposed in a single year, affecting 1 in 5 internet users. And the most common cyber threat facing businesses and individuals is phishing. So how did all of this happen anyway? Well, I hinted at it a little earlier, but it all started with an email. I've recently begun doing sponsored videos. My last video actually before this all went down was sponsored by a wonderful and legit company, BetterHelp, and like most other YouTubers, I get emails from potential sponsors on a weekly basis. Most spam emails are pretty obvious. I delete them and move on. But I got this one email that really excited me. It was an offer to partner with Converse. You know, those customizable, super cool all-star shoes. Spoiler alert, Converse doesn't sponsor YouTube videos, but I thought that sounded so amazing and I was genuinely excited. The email was really well written. There were no grammatical errors. The email signature had the company's Boston address. It didn't seem fishy to me. So I responded with a brief email. Yeah, that sounds really interesting. I'd love to discuss a potential partnership. Their follow-up email included a link for a contract. I didn't even think about it. I just clicked on it and instead of opening a PDF or a web page, a zip file was immediately downloaded to my computer. Now already that's suspicious, but let's be honest, I was still operating out of excitement and emotion here, and in spite of those red flags, I unzipped that file. My browser window with my YouTube Studio open in it flashed and then it just crashed. Oh crap. Nothing other than that happened right away. If I had been smart, I would have immediately sprung into action, maybe changed some passwords, secured my accounts, but I honestly didn't know that my computer had even been infected with malware. I ran 2 different antivirus software scans on my computer, and they both found nothing. I thought it was okay. Also, my husband is a super freak about security. We have 2-factor authentication enabled on everything, and we have physical security keys, like UB keys, for all of our devices. We also stay up to date with our antivirus software, so we legit weren't even worried. But the very next day, this was August 10th, I believe, I'm scrolling on my phone when all of a sudden I get this Google security alert that someone from Germany is trying to log in. Is that me? No, of course not. So I click no, but almost immediately another alert pops up saying, your password has been changed and your backup email has been changed. I knew. My first reaction was to completely freak out. Blake, my wonderful husband, sprang into action to file a request with Google to recover the account. He submitted the info showing that we have ownership over the domain name, but we couldn't access anything in the account because the hackers had changed all of our info. It was a total nightmare. Blake called our friend Josh, who, by the way, has a phenomenal channel called All Things Secured. After watching this, please go subscribe to his channel. This video actually explains how YouTubers are getting hacked. I wish I had watched more of Josh's videos before all of this happened. hindsight is 2020, right? So we did our research. We watched a ton of YouTube videos from other creators whose channels had been stolen. And that's what made me realize just how prevalent this issue really is. While we waited and researched, the hijackers posted 3 spammy videos on my channel that all broke YouTube's community guidelines, and within minutes my channel was deleted and banned. I felt like I'd lost a limb. I felt like somehow less of a person without my channel. I felt shame for falling for these spammers' tricks, and I felt isolated and disconnected from this community that had worked so hard to build. The thing about losing a Google account too is that the recovery process can be rather opaque. There really aren't any easy ways to contact Google. There's no phone number you can call, no person you can reach. We did learn through another YouTube video that the fastest way to reach YouTube for support is actually through Twitter, or X, or whatever you call it now. I've actually never had a Twitter account, but we went ahead and created one and sent a message saying, hey, at Team YouTube, my account's been hacked. My YouTube channel was stolen. Please help. And right away, we got an automated response saying, oh, we're so sorry you're dealing with this, and we'll send you a DM. So I waited for this DM. It took over a day. It felt like a really long time before I finally got a DM with a link to a questionnaire to fill out. So this questionnaire asked me for the date that I'd created the channel, my channel ID, the latest video I'd posted, and just other channel related info. To be honest, I really didn't have all of the answers, but at least I felt like we were finally moving forward. And then the next day I got an email that confirmed that my Google account and my YouTube channel had indeed been compromised. Yeah, no joke. The email gave us some steps to follow for recovering the Google account. So Blake helped me fill out the special account recovery form, and we waited and we waited. We were waiting for this important email response, right? And that's why so many days went by. It actually took us a while to realize that Google had sent an automated email back, but it went to our junk mailbox. What the heck, Google? The reply was, request not processed, unable to identify a valid reference number. I don't even know what that means. And at this point, we were so frustrated, but Blake, to his credit, he's a very persistent person, and I love that about him. He tried to use his recovery email for the account one more time, and it actually worked. So the weird thing is, Google must have changed it back, but they didn't even tell us. They never sent us an email. The whole recovery process just felt drawn out and kind of messy, to be honest. So note to Google, please change that. That said, once we recovered the Google account, we were able to get the channel back up and running. And fortunately for us, the hackers didn't delete any of my videos. We were told that, since a bunch of our comments had disappeared, that it would take a couple weeks for them to rescan the channel after the hijacking incident. And there are so many channels to process. It can take some time. But thank heavens, what an ordeal. So glad that's over. From what I've seen, most YouTubers who lost their account due to hijacking have been able to successfully recover them. So I hope this gives you hope if you're going through this right now. So what can you do to protect yourself from cyber attacks like this? Here are my 3 biggest things I really wish I had known before getting hacked myself. First, don't ever click on any links in emails. More specifically, don't click any email links from a sender you don't know. Scammers are getting better and better at writing convincing emails, so it can be really hard to tell what's legit and what's not. Be skeptical of every email. Do your research on any companies you're interested in working with, and if anything looks suspicious, don't open it, just delete it. Email is the #1 way that hackers are getting into your computer. In fact, the malware that they use is so sophisticated, it isn't even flagged by any of those antivirus scanners. The way it works is that the moment you launch that sample by clicking on the malicious link, in my case, opening the zip file, it steals all your session tokens related to YouTube and other popular websites in your browser, allowing the attackers to basically log in as you. This excellent video by PC Security Channel explains in detail how Linus Tech Tips, a channel with over 15 million subs, was hacked this exact same way. If you want to know how the malware can bypass your 2FA and other security systems, watch this video. It's really interesting. I'll leave a link in the description. #2, if possible, link your YouTube channel and any other important online assets to an account that is only used for admin, logging in and out and making edits, that sort of thing. After we learned the hard way, we're definitely making sure that our YouTube channel email is not public, and I'll never use that account to send or reply to emails. Just making this small change should really reduce our chances of falling victim to an email phishing attack ever again. And last, if you have been hacked, reach out to Twitter first, follow at Team YouTube, YouTube and send them a message for the fastest response. And as an added bonus tip, if you do have a channel and you haven't already done this, make sure that your channel ID and your Google AdSense ID numbers are written down or saved somewhere secure. Having those handy for when Google sends you an account recovery form can really expedite the process. Also, thank you to Steve Mitchell from The Mind of Watercolor for making a post while I was down and out and letting everyone know what was going on with my channel. I really appreciate that. I hope this never ever happens to you. Stay safe out there, and I can't wait to bring you all some new art videos in the coming weeks. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.